Thank you. Okay, for our next question, Megan Roulard, why don't you come up to the podium?
Yes, Lynn. On the subject of the U.S. recovery in the context of this new Trans-Pacific alliance and orientation, I wondered if you could say more about the NAWAPA project, which also coheres with what is coming out of Russia with Putin, not only as a project for the United States, but a project representing the colonization of the Arctic, which is also our interaction with cosmic radiation, relates to this this question of the prospect of man in the galaxy, mastering this domain. I wonder if you could say more about NAWAPA from that standpoint.
Well, see, mankind does something that no animal can do. Animals, in a sense, seem to do it, but not by intention, but by accident, by the way they're designed. That mankind actually creates Earth. We take this thing called Earth and we change it. It is again the same thing as the principle of credit. That our existence is the creation of a transformed Earth. For example, this is exactly what we're facing now. NAWAPA is a perfect example of this. We're building a change in the weather with water. We are now managing the water. At the same time, we're building the works which transform the surface of the Earth in its character. And therefore, we take control of our destiny. And it takes generation to generation to generation. Credit to credit to credit to credit. And this process is the legacy, or should be the legacy, of every human being. They never really die, in the sense they may die mortally, but the meaning of their existence never dies. The meaning of their having contributed to mankind never dies. They become implicitly immortal in what they contribute to the future of the universe. We have to think in these terms. We've got to get rid of this idea of money as being something filthy. I suppose it does get pretty dirty now and then, especially when it passes through the hands of our presidents. But nonetheless, we have to understand that all economic values have to be seen as specifically human values, as tied to the proper function of the creative powers of the human being, powers that we don't know of as existing in any other species familiar to us. And therefore we have to look at all these things, not in terms of the cash nexus, but in the terms of a system of credit. And that's the way to look at this thing.